Hello, here with my second blog post. This week we've been talking about the goals that we can have as teachers in our music sessions with our students. I just watched Rachel's video, and one of my favorite things that she had mentioned was being able to use music as signals for transitions. And I think that that is a very valuable tool that we could use if it's something that our students would respect and react well to in our classroom. That was something that I hadn't thought of, and I think that that's a really great idea. Um, 2 points that she made that kind of lead into what I plan on talking about is using music to make a really relaxed environment and to stimulate the students' creativity. I think the creativity one has a lot to do with why a lot of people love music because it's that kind of outlet. So there are four goals that I think are really great when thinking about goals that we can have as music teachers is so the first one is to keep the students engaged educationally, and just keep them engaged as interacting with the rest of the class. So I think that it's really easy for students to doze off or start daydreaming in the middle of a lesson if they don't have something that is actively engaging them. So if we were to use something like music to keep them hands-on and, really focusing on what we're doing, I think that that is a really good way for them to not necessarily pay more attention, but something that would keep them interested and then in turn help them pay attention more and not start daydreaming in the middle of the lesson. So that's one that I think educationally is really important with music because it is something that is interesting. It's very hands on if you let your students become hands on, and it's really important that we use these things to keep our students engaged educationally. The second one is an emotional and mental outlet. So this is one thing that I think is really important, especially once we're talking about older kids, even older in the elementary classroom, is that outlet that music can be for them. I think that once a student really loves music, it's something that they can do that it's another language, it's something that they can express themselves using. And I think that that's one valuable goal that we can teach them is it is another way to express yourself, and it's also another way to get rid of stress or a way to kind of decompress how you're feeling that day. So it's one of those things that we can really try and focus on in teaching them that. And that's also kind of an addition onto last week's prompt about musical identity, is that we have to teach them that it is a way to identify yourself and to use that as an outlet. The next one that I have is it's something fun. I mean, music is one of the things that kids should really be able to enjoy. We talk about when students go to specials, once a week or twice a week, however often they go. And the specials are supposed to be really fun times for them. And I understand, oh, you're not really sporty, you don't like gym, or, I'm not good at playing the recorder, so I don't want to go to music class. I get that not every kid is going to love every special, but I think it's a goal if we can get students excited about coming to music class, that's a very big first step. I feel there are students whose parents don't necessarily encourage them learning music because it's not something that they ever did. So with those students, we have to work even harder to grasp their attention and try and get them engaged in this kind of thing. So I think that as an elementary school teacher and teaching our kids music, I think that that should be our biggest goal, is to really get them excited about it. It's supposed to be an enjoyable time. You go to music and you play the marimbas and the xylophones and the glockenspiels and your recorder, and you get to sing and dance and move around, and that's not something that you do in a typical classroom. So I think that that is probably, to me, the most important thing, is to make it be fun for the kids and a part of their day, what they really get to look forward to. Because even in elementary school, like, things are hard and they need to have that kind of outlet and that fun time that they get, instead of just thinking, oh, gym is the most fun thing that we get to do because we get to run around. They can make music be their favorite thing. And I think that that's what's to remember, is that this is a lot of people's passions and it's a fun thing, and we should get everyone to think that it's a fun thing. So those are the goals that I came up with and the responses that I had to Morgan and Rachel. So have a good rest of your week.